If Kat Evers is in the room, could you please make yourself known to our head NSO? Kat Evers, please head over to the penalty box.
Hello. Hey there, Derby fans. Now, 1 minute to Derby, and I am Siebes the Day, and I'm joined here by my friend
Rebecca the Wrecker, and we're from Northside, but we will be commentating most of the day.
Hooray!
You're welcome.
So first up, game 1, we have Westside Derby Dolls versus the Witches of Eastvic. On the roster for Westside Glory, we have number 0, Maddie Longlegs, 07, Rory Spillmore, 007, Fatal, 10, Fisticuffs, 101, Club Slamwich, 102, Rev, 103, Fancy Pants, 162, Florence the Machine, 17, Liz Vegas, 369, Matoki Slaughter, 460, Murderface, 531, Smiling Assassin, 61, Hell Kitty, 74, Chuka, 89, Massacre Jones, and 104, Julia.
And for the Witches of Eastvic, we have 09, Natto Ninetails, 12, Altered Skates, and joining the Witches this year, we have 144, Butcherbird, with 16, No Love Ninja, 2, Evie, 25, Legs, 351, Push Up Bra, 3825, Shazaram, so sorry. Number 4, Strawberry Short Skate, 55, Cupcake Fairy, 666, Born of Skatin', number 7, Jack Spite, 71, Pushy Tat, and 73, Janasaur.
5 seconds to Derby, first game of the day.
Legs and Murderface with the Jammer Panties, and we're off. Ooh, and Legs has gotten the lead.
We have Murderface being recycled to the back there. Some lovely offense by Florence the Machine.
Oh, Legs making her first pass, but being stopped there by Florence the Machine. Not an easy player to get past.
And we have Eastvic calling off the jam. 4 points to Eastvic, but 3 points picked up by Westside.
I feel like this is an excellent 2 teams to start the tournament this year. Both strong teams.
Absolutely.
Both original Stampede teams.
So lined up now, we have for Westside, we have Rory Spillmore.
And for Eastvic, we have Cupcake Fairy. Ooh, Cup's getting hit out on the inside there where Rory is pushed all the way past to get lead for Westside. Cups is fighting right behind her, not giving much space. we need a camera, but
Rory Spilmore calling off that jam for a 4-0 jam, bringing Westside into the early lead. We have an official timeout going on. Refs are in the center. Refs call an official timeout just to discuss different things that may have happened. Moody's giving us a cheeky little look over our shoulder.
in our ref lineup today, we've got Pee-wee, Moody, Robo, Cheeky,
Tickle Me Hell No,
Miss Cray Cray. And we're supposed to have Rick Mortis, but he does not seem to be in the stripes today.
For our NSOs, we have Buster Hammy, Librolian there at the pivot line.
Frankenherder,
Sav, Kat Evers, Scarlett Pimpernel, Chaos, Amy, and Silky Slammer. Thank you all so much. You make this possible. All right, and this is Jam 3. We have, Westside newbie Cub Slamwich taking out lead. We have, the Eastvic Jammer going to the bin for a back block. Where Club Slamwich.
that was seemed to be a big cut, but the refs haven't called it, so possibly not from this angle.
Let's not talk.
Taken out on the inside by a duo combo of Natto Ninetails and No Love Ninja.
We have the Westside Jammer going to the penalty box for a high block. This means that this will be a 2-minute jam as our lead jammer has gotten a penalty.
And the Eastvic Jammer heading to the box again, so the Westside Jammer will be released.
We have
we'll only have to sit for
however long that first jammer sat for, which looks
only about 3, 4, 5 seconds maybe.
We have a Westside blocker headed to the bin for some naughtiness when there's no jammers on the track. Westside Jammer looking like they're taking a big run up after being recycled.
Getting nicely caught there at the front by Butcher and No Love Ninja.
Westside Jammer is out for a first 4 points of this jam.
Natto Ninetails headed to the box there.
And that is the end of that 2 minutes.
Extravaganza of 0 points.
No, 0-4. 4 points to Westside Glory, 0 points to the Witches.
It's a tight game. It looks very nicely evenly matched between the two teams. Both teams have some newer skaters. Quite a lot of veterans out there today.
One of our veterans for Westside lining up, Murderface, with her excellent murder face on today.
Push Up Ra jamming for Eastvic against Murderface.
We have Murderface busting through a beautiful tripod to earn lead jammer, closely followed by Push Up Ra.
Push Up Ra with a good speed there, right behind Murderface. Murderface looking very casually calm there as she just plows right through the Eastvic wall there.
Calling off 4 points to 0.
Never underestimate the power of Murderface.
Never underestimate the power of the Murderface.
When playing against her.
She's got lots of speed, lots of strength, and she knows it.
Like a beautiful rhino tram.
It's a beautiful murder train. Look at those guns.
On the outside, but we'll just ram right on through you.
We've got some tactics going on for this start. We've got Rory Spilmore for Westside Glory.
Up against Legs again. This is a nice combo. Ooh, and Legs just scooting around.
We have,
there.
lead jammer goes to Westside, but they are neck and neck.
Legs just giving her
Stop
not
block
being
being
called
issued
lead.
to 369
So,
Motoki Slaughter, who will start in the bin, seeing as Rory Spilmore called off that jam for 2-0.
it was a very even breakout between those jammers, though. I do not.
Yeah, it was very close. It was Rory made it just past the hips on the outside line just before the opposing jammer earned
It's very
lead.
hard to tell these close calls on the inside and the outside.
Absolutely, but that's what we have refs on the inside looking for those particular things for. Great, we have Club Slamwich, second jam of the day, second jam at glory level. Being called for a back block headed to the penalty box. Power jam to Eastvic.
And Cups just stepping over that inside line apex there, just casually stepping over the other players. Just going to step on through. Oh, Eastvic playing some beautiful strategy there, stretching out the west side wall. They are not an easy wall to get past when they are banked together.
Absolutely not. You can see how tight they are with that jammer pushing through.
Oh, and
making
some
it around the
acrobatics on
outside.
there.
Oh, taking a bit of a tumble, but she is up and going. Let's hear it for Cupcakes. Oh, and we've got the West Side Jammer battling
on
out
right.
her initial pass right there. But we still have Cupcakes in the back of that pack. West Side picking up 3 points in that jam to the Witches 6. 6 points. A 6-3 jam. Currently, we are sitting at West Side Glory on 20 points and Witches of Eastvic on 10.
Nice close lead there by West Side. Only one good jam and the differential will change.
It was interesting. This has been 20 points, 10 points difference within the first 8 minutes of gameplay.
Natto Ninetails just manoeuvring that west side wall out the way, but Murderface has just snuck right on through the outside there for lead jammer.
Her offense making quite a impact.
Florence the Machine
Flying
just
through.
shattering that Eastvic wall.
And Westside calling that off with 4 points, not letting Eastvic get their way or get any points in that jam. Beautiful hit it and quit it style derby. If you can stop your opponent scoring any points and you pick up just a couple, it'll slowly but surely
You only need
increase
to
your
win
lead.
by one.
That's it. You only need one
Every
point
point
to
is
win.
valuable because you only need to win by one.
But we've been seeing this hit it and quit it style by both teams today, which is really cool.
I think that's their best strategy, is to get points, call it off early.
Yeah, especially with such a tight game, 14 points in it currently.
Very evenly matched teams.
Right, we are coming up to Jam 8.
Push up right, taking the jammer line for the Witches of Eastvic.
And Rory Spilmore
Has
for
taken to the
West Side.
jamming this year and a little bit of last year. So
We have Rory on the
typically
outside.
a blocker, but is making some beautiful strides. And right as I say that, she gets a penalty.
Great, so that's a power jam to West Side Glory. Rory Spilmore. Beautiful edge work on the inside line there of the apex.
That Witches wall.
Her team
did
just
not
knowing to
move
hold
quick
back.
enough.
Let her work her magic.
Oh, and she's tried the same thing again, and she's going to drive that wall.
With a little bit of offensive help by Pivot Fatal. A little bit of an inside whip. Rory's pushing them up at the top and has broken out for another 4 points. We've got Ra out of the bin with
and
the
Ra meeting. Is that Massacre
that's
Jones?
Massacre Jones with her.
Massacre Jones has just basically said no.
Yeah, shut the door.
Oh, Ra is going around on the outside backwards. That was some beautiful footwork there. Still a
Massacre
bit stuck
Jones
by
and that
Massacre Jones.
Beautiful wet wing of hers.
Oh, past the whole pack backwards. Beautiful footwork.
With Ra out for her out from the initial pass on the scoring pass. Rory calls it off. What have we got now? We've got that was a 16-point jam for Westside Glory. That's the biggest points
jam
this game.
40-10, still very close. 2 good jams and you get that back, or 1 depending on your jammer. Depending on the jammer's cardio.
Who do we have lining up now? We've got Club Slamwich for Westside Glory. And is that Legs?
That is Legs. She's bouncy, she's poppy.
Yeah, bouncing through that west side wall.
She's quite, oh, and she has met Florence the Machine front on, and I do not recommend that.
We have, the west side jammer in for a penalty. Didn't quite see what that was for, but Legs up against that tight west side wall.
Right.
Oh, Florence the
Janasaur
Machine.
coming in. She will stop Florence coming back.
Unfortunately, that was a cut on the Eastvic jammer.
Jammers heading to the bin. It does happen.
We will have a jammer bounce. Derby can't happen without a jammer, so a jammer's got to be on the track. Here we have Club Slamwich headed back in. Ooh, a bit of a spill there, but up she gets.
Wall that is Janasaur and No Love Ninja. A
Club
very
Slamwich.
strong duo together, those two.
Using that excellent toe stop work on the edge, Club Slamwich gets around that initial blocker. Oh, beautiful jumps there on the inside line.
And Legs showing us exactly how she got her name with her beautiful stepping around.
4 points for Westside, both coming up for another scoring pass. We have no leads. This will be another 2-point jam. Blue jammer
Natto
headed to the bin
doing
for
a
a
little
back
offense
box.
there for Legs.
So we have a power jam situation for Eastvic.
Legs is getting her cardio on.
Matoki Slaughter jumping in front. 4 points for Westside Glory. Even though their jam is in the bin, they still earn those points. For 2 points for Eastvic. So we have Witches was a 6-point jam. Glory was a 4. Gives us 4 to 16.
They are clawing their way back, 1 jam at a time. A beautiful power jam for Cups now. Got an oldie but a goodie wall out there for Eastvic.
We have
No
Club
Love
Slamwich
Ninja just
starting
ready
in the
to come on in from the bench.
So we've got Cupcakes battling out that power jam start, meeting Fatal at the front and Jonesy.
I probably
We've
would have
got-
stuck with a little bit more offense from the...
That's all right. The jammer was in the bin. The Westside jammer was in the bin about to get out. So, but because the jammer doesn't have the panty on her head, she is not lead jammer.
Oh, and she has just skated right outside the track there.
That happens sometimes. That's fine. If you don't gain advantage by skating off the track.
No. Natto Ninetails headed to the bin there for a classic forearm. Just advising her bench she is sorry for that forearm.
We have the Westside jammer calling off the jam for 4 points to Westside, 0
Jammer
points
was lead
to...
jammer though.
I think perhaps that's what might be discussed now.
In the official review that is happening right now.
Yeah, because I saw the West Side Jammer not have the helmet cover on their head.
And the ref was indicating
The ref
no
was
lead.
no, the ref was indicating lead. The ref called the double whistle, the toot toot, which indicates lead, and points at the jammer. That's a lead indication.
Possibly looking at the other jammer ref.
Possibly.
It is
Possibly.
early, and I have only had one coffee.
However, if it's a ref issue, it's not a penalty on our jammer, or on the West Side Jammer.
It's early.
Well, it shouldn't be.
What
at
time
least.
is it?
What time is it? It's very early. It's 11 o'clock. Let's
First
listen to some
game
good
of the
music,
season
hey?
where everybody's just warming up.
I'm disappointed we're not seeing any dancing happening to this excellent song. Here we go.
Especially from the West Side cheer squad.
Nah.
That is usually very loud. But
Over here we got Betty doing some floor shoulder dancing. Hey.
you can always count on Betty to bring a little jazz.
We got
to the
some
party.
over here. I can't tell who that is because my eyesight's not that good. Is that
some
Gav?
Rolling Matildas.
Hey, it's Gav over there dancing for TRV. We've got Chuka lining up dancing. Oh, and Matoki getting those finger guns out. But everybody else looks all business. Murderface lining up to jam for Westside Glory. Chatting with her team about what is going on. We have jam is on. Looks like Murderface was trying to do a bit of defensive jamming.
Oh, with
Busts
a
out the
beautiful
front.
push right through. I love when jammers do that.
Gets awarded lead jammer. And we've got Rev on the outside there, west side pivot.
Just skated
Picking
right
up a
on
penalty,
through there
but-
like there was no one there.
All right, we have Eastvic out for their first scoring pass. But
Murderface taking on Evie. Natto Ninetails
Picking up
joins
a
the
back
pack
block.
now. Some beautiful offense there.
We have Westside's jammer picking up a back block penalty.
Naughty.
Headed to the bin. We will have another 2-minute jam. We've got Eastvic coming up
There
on a
we
scoring
go.
pass. Some excellent offense there from Eastvic. Picking their jammer up 4 points.
Natto Ninetails headed to the box. Oh, and that's the Witches
Another
jammer just
quick
scoots
scoring
on
pass
through.
there for Eastvic. That's 12 points so far this jam. Will we see another 16-point jam?
I hope so. Let's see. But we could see another jam like this with 2 full minutes. We could see a lead change potentially.
Murderface making it through.
And Murderface says,
Star
not on
off.
my watch.
Comes on in for a 0-point pass. 0-point passes happen when you don't have the star on your helmet. If you've got no star on your helmet, you can't score points.
That panty is vital for points.
Eastvic picked up another 4 points. That's their 16 points this jam.
Oh,
West
beautiful
side on
cardio from Strawberry
8.
Short Skate. Murderface taking on Janesaw there.
That was the end of that 2-minute jam. And we had 17 points for Eastvic to Westside's 9 points that jam.
Eastvic closing that gap.
With 13 minutes to go, we are at 57 for Westside Glory and 35 for Witches of Eastvic.
Eastvic calling for another player to enter the track to have a full wall.
If players aren't on the track before that jam starting whistle, they cannot participate. We have Westside Blocker going to the bin for a penalty.
Oh,
Uh,
Cups just scooting around.
Rory out for lead jammer.
Massacre
Cupcakes.
Jones taking Cups out there.
Scooting by on the inside line to finish her initial pass. Rory getting recycled there by Nat. Rory calling it off before Eastvic can pick up any points. So that's 3 points to Westside Glory.
So that the Eastvic should have scored some points there, perhaps.
Ooh, we have for Westside Florence the Machine lining up to jam. Excellent offense up the front by Natto Ninetails. Westside blocker Massacre Jones headed to the penalty box. Lead jammer being picked up by Florence the Machine.
Legs getting a penalty just as she went through that pack there.
So we have a power jam for Westside Glory. Flo just smashing through that tripod formation at the back of the pack, keeping her feet inbounds for that 4-point pass.
Flo just casually skating there.
Oh, we have another Eastvic blocker headed to the bin. Didn't see what that was for.
I didn't
Florence.
see either.
Florence the Machine calling it off while the other jammer is standing in the penalty box. So Westside will have a short but sweet power start.
They do have a power start. They also have a pack advantage with Eastvic's blocker in the bin. They will face only 3 blockers on the track. Although the wall that Eastvic has put out, No Love Ninja, Push Up Ra and Natto Ninetails, all 3 have been skating for many years together. So they are a very strong wall and they move beautifully together, as shown by Murderface not having the easiest time to push through there.
Chuka with some excellent offense, though, breaking apart that tripod. Oh, we've got legs pushing through, getting that pack rolling. Murderface coming through on a scoring pass.
Ooh, that looked a bit like a
Being
cut,
called
and
for
it
a cut
was.
track.
Ooh, 2! Two West Side players in the box now, Jammer and Pivot.
Oh, that was a 4-point scoring pass for legs there.
Legs.
Matoki out the back trying to stop, but is no match for this.
Legs making a beautiful run for it around the outside of them there. Making
There's
the
no
most
touching
of this
her for
power
that one.
jam.
Indicating to her blockers to speed it up and break that wall
Oh.
apart.
And this wall with Evie in the mix they work so beautifully together to break up that west side wall and stretch them out, and each takes an opponent and smashes on through. Oh, Legs does it again.
Fatal coming through for some offense for Murderface. Breaking
Fatal
through
looking
that
like
pack.
she may have got a bit of a high block there when she hit that wall, but obviously not, as it wasn't called. But that is a 16-point jam. Oh, 20 points. $24-point jam so far for Legs, getting her cardio on.
Will she pick up the extra 4 points?
28 points. Let's go, Legs. Show your cardio.
28-point jam. Let's give it up for that Eastvic jammer, that Eastvic blocking pod.
That is
What
a
an
very strong
excellent
pod.
jam.
And a beautiful effort from Legs there.
Brings that difference down quite a bit. We've got 76 for Westside Glory, to 63 to Witches of Eastvic. What a powerhouse jam that was. So we have a timeout for Westside Glory. 1 minute break for everybody. Each team gets 3 timeouts and 1 official review. Well, 3 timeouts per game and 1 official review per half. Westside are currently on their 2nd timeout for the game, it looks like.
Eastvic casually calm out there on the track. Cup's just chilling there by herself.
And that was the whistle to restart the end of the timeout gameplay. So it looks like we have Rory Spilmore lining up to jam for Westside Glory and cupcakes for Witches. A last-minute change there for Westside Glory, putting themselves at the front of the pack. Cupcakes trying to play some defensive jamming, but it doesn't seem to have worked. Rory Spilmore jumping out the front for lead jammer.
Oh, and Tinkerbelling it over that line there with some nice little toe stop work from Cups.
Rory Spilmore. Calling it off without any chance for the Witches to gain any points.
I think the Westside mentality is going to be back to points and call. They're going to try and keep their lead.
Absolutely. With that 28-point jam, really put a spanner in the works for them.
It really did. So hopefully Legs has got some more legs about her later on, and we can whip out another 28 points maybe.
We have Club Sandwich for Westside Glory and Strawberry Short Skate for Eastvic. Club Sandwich meeting that very tight tripod for
No Love
Eastvic.
Ninja is giving no love with Evie just throwing around there. Ooh. Butcher heading to the box for her first penalty, and Evie heading back to the box.
We have Slamwich coming out for a scoring pass. And a big hit there by Fatal to the Eastvic jammer. Slamwich skating through as if she wasn't touched by anybody. 4 points.
Eastvic.
We've got Massacre Jones there with her signature wet wing.
Oh, and Massacre Jones heading to the box.
Bit of falling out there. We happens sometimes when people get a little bit tired, and
the floor does look a little bit slippery as well. It is the first game of the tournament, so the floor hadn't had that nice warm up and dust off that we usually like. Oh, and a panty pass by Eastvic.
Natto Ninetails jamming for Eastvic now. Slamwich still on.
Oh, and scoots through that west side wall like they were not really focusing there.
Knocks Cuffs out for a 4-point pass. Busting through again that front 2 wall.
I know
Slamwich on the outside, using that fancy footwork of hers. Meeting a 2-wall at the front. And a bit of a fall there right at the end of that 2-minute jam. Westside picking up 16 points, Eastvic picking up 10. So we're at 96 for Westside Glory and 73 for Witches of Eastvic. We've got
Still
how long until the end of this period? We've got a couple more minutes. Don't fall off.
I nearly fell off the bench.
We've got 4.5 minutes.
of this half to go.
Can we get 2 centuries? Rory on the outside line there, using that fancy footwork to keep her in bounds. We've got
push up Ra doing some beautiful backwards skating there.
Revy coming in to try and stop it, but
Some very fancy footwork.
we have Glory calling it off for 3 points. That'll put them at 99, so not quite that century, but almost. 77 for Witches.
A nice quick jam from Legs there, and another 28 points, and they'd be back in the lead. Can she do it?
We have Murderface lining up for Westside Glory. Facing a pack advantage. Massacre Jones on the outside there, doing a bit of offense.
Murderface taking on No Love Ninja with Jainasaur and Natto Ninetails. A very strong wall there.
Legs facing a 4 wall.
Legs utilising her own blockers there to push through to get lead jammer. Oh, and Fatal's hit there just sort of helped push her along there a little bit.
Push her out.
She did get a cut, so she did end up going out.
So this will be another 2-minute jam. Power jam to
So
Westside.
Murder getting her cardio on.
Being recycled at the back of the pack there. Coming up, we've got Fatal doing a bit of offense to pick up another 4 points for Westside Glory, passing them into that 100.
Fatal getting a penalty there and exchanging exchanging seats
with Hell Kitty.
Nice. Legs being released back into the pack now.
What have we got there? A low block being assessed. A low block being assessed to...
Legs and Massacre Jones out the front here. Oh. No Love Ninja heading to the box. Butcher Bird heading to the box. Quite a penalty heavy this game.
So we have a 3-2 pack advantage. We've got Legs recycling through, making those West Side blockers rotate just to keep her. Oh no, getting hit by her own skater.
Oh. And a West Side player is down. They have now called it everyone back to the bench.
We'll have the medics come have a look at Hell Kitty there.
You know, I often find that the first game of the tournament is always a little bit more penalty heavy than usual.
Yeah, why do you think
Everyone's
that?
excited.
You're right.
It's the first game of the day. It's the first game of the tournament. The floor's a bit more slippery. We've all had some time off. We're all excited.
Yeah, it's the first game back since this season. So
yeah, so it is a little bit more penalty heavy than I would expect to see from both teams.
Absolutely, but they're both quite different teams with different strategies.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Trying
Nicely
to work
well
with each other.
matched,
Absolutely,
though. Nicely
yeah.
well matched. So, you know, as the tournament goes on, I don't expect to see this many penalties from either team. But I'm hoping that today this isn't the theme.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
But it's the first game of
That's
the day.
it.
It's the first game back.
It's the
for
first
thing.
half, you know.
Everyone's excited. Always takes a minute just to get your groove and get into the swing of it.
Absolutely. Who here is excited about roller derby? Is anybody? Let's hear it for roller derby. Come on.
That would be you,
Nah.
people in the crowd. Let's hear it for roller derby. Come on. That's the spirit. You know what I'm not noticing? West Side usually play with some kind of a horn or squeaker thing or something? Someone's
Sometimes.
parent usually has a squeaker.
So that was last year. That was Tenacious's mum. We called her Tenacious, Tanae, or Tanea.
It did jazz me,
Mama-
not when
Mama
I was
Nature.
playing, but it did jazz me as a spectator. So I think I will miss that if she's
Yeah.
not playing much this year.
Tenacious is not playing this year. She is studying and focusing on her studies like a good girl.
Well, sometimes Derby can't take over your entire life.
I mean, I don't understand that, but I get it. Because Derby is definitely 100% not my whole life. Don't even at me about it. Like,
I don't have any free time.
What's-
I go to
what's
work,
free
I go to
time?
Derby, I don't have free time. What is free time?
what's free time? That Derby
You
time?
spend in the gym working on your cardio?
I mean, speak for yourself.
I do love cardio.
It looks like Westside is up and ready. We have 3 skaters for Eastvic in the box. Looks like that's a power jam start and a 4-2. Oh, we have legs being swapped out. Jammer being swapped out for injury. Coming to have a sit and a chat to the medic. Club Slamwich on the line for Westside Glory. Slamwich coming up, taking that outside line for a quick lead. Her teamies knowing what to do, standing back, letting her push her way forward.
The multiple lines on the ground do sometimes throw you as a when you look down and you see a line.
Absolutely.
Not the right colour, but sometimes you forget what colour you're looking for.
We have one Eastvic blocker on the track.
Jaina Saw. Not an easy blocker to get past usually, but Cups is going to make some good work with that wall there.
Oh, we've got a nice solid wall there of Westside blockers.
Taking on flow.
Slamwich coming in, creating some chaos for herself, picking up another 4 points.
No Love Ninja joining in sweeping the West Side blockers to the side there for her jammer.
Filtering the Eastvic blockers back onto the track.
With a full pack. Oh. No, Florence the Machine sitting down in the box, taking a nap.
We have the Eastvic jammer coming out for the first 4 points. Slamwich, they're running this jam. Trying to get some more points. Possibly to get Florence the Machine out of the bin and back on the track by the start of the next period. We have finished. The period clock has run down.
And Cup scooting up the inside there for 4 more points. But Club Sandwich there.
Club Slamwich calling off the jam.
As well.
We have a 16-point jam for Westside Glory. 4 points for Witches of Eastvic. It's intermission. That was the end of period 1. We have Westside Glory finishing up period 1 on 121 points.
To Witches of 85. We will be back in 14 and a half minutes. In the meantime, there is some delicious snacks to be purchased over
at the
this
bake
side
sale
of the track.
There is some merch, some Northeast Roller Derby merch that you can have a look at, try on, support your local roller derby teams.
Some Chico merch there as well. I'm sure there'll be some Eastvic merch somewhere.
Oh, looks like we've got some Mornington merch there as well.
Got
Whoever
all
we've
the
missed.
merch, people, all the merch.
Come show your support.
You can
Show
never
us
have
how much
too
you love
much
roller
merch.
derby. And let the music take you on a journey. All right, we have 1 minute till period 2. We have Westside Glory sitting at 121 points, Witches of Eastvic sitting at 89 points. It's your last chance to grab some snacks from the bake sale before you take your seats again to watch Westside Glory take on the Witches of Eastvic.
I did have a peruse past the snack table.
Mm-hmm.
They have a vegan, gluten-free lemon cake.
Oh, yeah, delicious.
It's going to be.
Yeah.
It's going to be delicious.
Yeah.
I shall be partaking after this game.
Amazing.
I can't commentate with a mouthful of cake.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh. It's the start of the period with an official timeout. Yeah, we're just, the scoreboard, we're just resetting everything, getting it ready for the first jam of period 2. Both teams have taken the track. We have an empty penalty box, which is nice. Nice to see. We've got Murderface fixing up the pivot cover for Witches. You don't want to go out there with a crumpled cover. Previously, they were called panties, and you don't really want to say that Murderface was touching someone else's panty.
Well, I mean, I don't know. She could touch my panty.
Look,
my helmet cover.
Your helmet
Don't
cover.
know where your mind went. Goodness.
Oh, we're having so much fun.
Always.
Thank you, Boost.
We love the derby.
All right. Period 2 getting underway. Murderface lined up for Westside Glory. Cupcakes for Eastvic. And we're off. Oh, both teams getting recycled there.
Jack Spite doing some beautiful offense for Cups there.
Cups out for the lead. Murderface taking out Jack on the inside line.
Oh.
The Eastvic bench yelling at their jammer to call it off.
Murderface
doesn't get any
through
points.
there, though.
4-4 all. So sneaky on that inside line.
I love that. I love that.
I love a good sneak through.
It is my favourite.
For this jam, we have Rory Spilmore lining up for Westside.
With push-up Ra as jammer. Proving blockers everywhere make really good jammers.
Natto Ninetail doing some offense off the line, pushing fisticuffs all the way to the out, but to no avail. That Westside flat wall. Right, some of those, that backwards skating.
Backwards.
Getting around Massacre Jones, but Rory out with the lead. Picking up 4 points for Westside. Ra coming around backwards again. Signature move.
Typically, Ra was a brace for many years.
Okay.
So skating backwards is definitely in her forte. She has
Right.
excellent footwork and is going to use this to her advantage in her new role as jammer.
Excellent. We have Westside Glory calling off that jam for 7 points for Westside Glory, 4 points to Witches. Witches at 97. Hopefully this next jam will push them up into the century as well. Club Slamwich lining up for Westside Glory. This is her first game with Westside Glory. She's one of our new rookies.
Oh, nice. With Butcher lining up as well. First game with Eastvic, transferring across from South Sea. We do a lot of swapping between South Sea and Eastvic. A little to and froing here and there. Knives also part of the bench at Eastvic, transferred across from South Sea at the end of last year. I myself transferred from Eastvic to South Sea 2 years ago and then off to Northside this year.
Knives wearing a excellent beanie there. I'm loving all these roller derby beanies. That's a
the
witch's
new
beanie.
merch,
Yeah.
I think with the upping of the beanie from the Penny Dreadfuls having that fantastic pink and green pom-pom, everybody's sort of caught on that beanies are the way to go.
Beanies are the way to go.
Especially since...
Oh, there's a couple over here. Who's repping a beanie out there today? Who's repping a team beanie?
Oh, that would be Ra's parents over here on the sideline.
Look at all those beanies, yeah.
Never miss a game, Mr. and Mrs. Push-Up Ra. Often take fantastic photos as well, Mr. Ra does.
Could we call them the pair runts?
Yes.
Looks like we've got a official timeout because we've got the penalty lineup trackers walking back into the centre.
Both teams having a nice little chit-chat laugh there on the track. That's what you like to see.
Slamwich on the line just popping a squat, just hanging out.
Chilling.
Just chilling. In her own head. Yeah. Throwing some signs. Looking like the rad chick she is. All right, going into Jam 3. Club Sandwich on the line for West Side. Cupcakes for
Eastvic. They're jamming at the back. Ooh!
Club Sandwich at the front, picking up lead jammer for West Side Glory.
Cups taking on Florence the Machine there and just being a little bit shut down on that drive through.
Club Sandwich forcing the penalty there at the back of the pack. Eastvic were out of play and she barreled through.
Evie and Jana Saw, a beautiful duo, work very well together there with Jack Spider assisting.
Looks
Will
like
not be an easy pass for the West Side Jammer.
Looks like play slowed down quite a bit to a bit of a grind there.
Ooh, Evie, interception there being stopped by Florence the Machine.
Slamwich running into her own teammates, but getting past anyway.
Jack
picking up 4 points.
For the Witches there's headed to the box.
So what we have a 4-2 back advantage. Sam showing off those excellent park moves she's got. Skating backwards out the front of the pack. Some excellent offense there. Not even touched in that pass. That's what happens when you have two people on dedicated offense. Sandwich coming in for another scoring pass. Taking that outside line. Flipping around. That's so far 20 points.
Ooh, another high-scoring jam. And she's getting her cardio on.
Cupcakes being recycled again by Flo at the back of the pack there. Doing a nice pop
scooting around Florence the Machine's back there. Scored herself 2 points.
That was Slamwich picking up 2 points.
Oh, what's that?
Point jam to Witches no pass.
Oh, I was so excited that I got the refs mixed up. I thought they were supposed to have little hand covers.
The blue jammer ref will have a blue cover on their hand. The Witches jammer ref does not. Oh, maybe neither of them do.
Neither ref.
That's fine. That happens sometimes.
Colours. Oh, Murderface meeting Natto Ninetails at the front there. Not making it easy.
out for
And
lead. We've got two blockers. That's two blockers in the
West
bin.
Side.
Two
Headed to
blockers on the
bin.
track. Massacre Jones taking that jammer to the outside line.
When you've got Fatal
Murderface.
and Massacre Jones on the track, that you think two
That's an
blockers are
excellent
going to make it
combination.
an advantage, but with those two on the track, it's really not. It's really not an advantage. They are fierce players.
Individually and together. Jonesy doing her classic take to the outside line.
Oh, and two witches there taking on Fatal.
Murderface clearing the box. Coming in for another scoring pass. Calling off the jam before the Eastvic jammer gets a chance. Score anything.
Ooh, and some players have got a last-minute penalty there. We've got...
It was an illegal contact. I think that must have been a blocking after the whistle.
Sometimes it is hard to stop your momentum.
Sometimes it is.
So, Massacre Jones and...
Liz Vegas in the penalty box for Westside.
Chuka and Florence the Machine holding down the fort for Westside. Again, a beautiful duo, not easy to get past.
A team timeout being called. Not sure which team called this timeout. It was Eastvic. Thank you so much to our excellent jam timer there, Librolian.
And Nika Blocker there having a chat with Pee-wee. Of course, Nika Blocker being last year's head rep, handed over the baton to Pee-wee this year, both from Eastvic now. Well, as much as refs can be affiliated. Can they be affiliated?
Refs
Well,
are affiliated to clubs.
Yeah.
They train refs at that club.
Yes, they do.
They ref scrimmages.
They do. And without them, we cannot play.
Absolutely. Absolutely. A ref cannot ref without a team, and a team cannot play without refs. Right, that was the end of that timeout. We have two Westside blockers in the bin. Oh, what happens over there?
And the table has collapsed over there at the score tracking.
Official timeout for most official things, like tables. That's it. It's all right. The table doesn't need medical assistance, so it's fine.
It's fine. And it does give the players a little bit extra breathing, which will be very very much appreciated from both teams, I'm sure, and gives the refs a chance to have a bev, have a breath.
And it gives our jam timer Librolian there a chance to show us her excellent guns.
Now,
Are we good? Have we rebuilt?
there was like 4 or 5 people over there rebuilding that table, so let's hope that it is sturdy now.
Away. Looks like we are good to go. Refs having their last second drink.
The scores are 166 to 97, so a 69-point differential.
We have Natto Ninetails coming in for some offense off the line for Eastvic. Ra getting lead jammer.
Scooting around backwards again, doing her, which will now be the signature Ra backwards scoot.
We have Rory Spillmore out for a scoring pass now too.
And beautiful work there with Ra and Natto 9.
Excellent offense. This is my favorite thing about Derby is even though you're on opposite teams, if you run into each other, there's a high five after the game, making sure you're okay. Well, after the jam, sorry. Making sure everyone's okay and still having a good time.
I think one of the unwritten parts of our derby that I like the most is that we all
camaraderie.
see, yeah, but we're here to see what we can take and what we can give, and it's all in good fun. And
We're going into Jam 6, and Witches have hit that 100 mark. They're on 101. 2 blockers coming out of the bin for Westside to make up that defensive triangle. Club Slamwich taking out lead. The Eastvic Jammer going to the penalty box. So a power jam for Westside Glory. Some offense from Fatalicious. And Sam picking up 4 points.
I think Westside are really going to utilise this time to stretch out that lead. While 70 points is not a big. Well, it's back to 69 now. It's not a big score differential. You can make your way back from that in a half. It is a tough half to make back from, but I think the Witches have got it in their bag that they could actually bring that back.
Club Slamwich calling off that jam. 8 points to 0. But we have an empty penalty box, which is nice to see. We'll have 4 on 4 with 2 jammers. It's the best position to be in.
It is. On the track is always better than off.
We have Murderface
now,
yeah,
with Strawberry Short
skate.
I'm going to say that wrong.
An excellent seam there from the Eastvic tripod. Being bulldozed by Florence the Machine so that Murderface could just sneak on the inside.
Eastvic Jammer was almost always all the way through the pack before she got recycled there. It's never a fun place to be as a jammer. And you think you've almost got it, and then there's 4 people standing in front of you again.
So that was 3 points picked up by Westside Glory.
I think this is definitely how Westside are going to play now, from now into the rest of the game. 4
Absolutely.
points, 2 points, 3 points, just one lap at a time to extend that lead.
That's it.
But the Witches of Eastvic will definitely be utilising any power jam or lead jam to make up those points.
Timeout being called by Eastvic.
Slight bench discrepancy there with Evie being sent out a little late.
Here we're going to have a chat with Knickerblocker. Each of the teams getting together to have a little chat about this next upcoming jam.
You'd like to think that that's what they talk about, but I find most times it's how long have we got to go, where is lunch, when are we going to have lunch,
Yeah.
who wants pizza for lunch.
Or in my case, just like some sort of ridiculous pun that I can make.
I do like lunch. Yep.
Yeah.
Where's everyone staying? Where are we going to drink tonight?
Yeah, that's probably more likely.
What sort of merch am I going to buy?
What I'd like to get at the bake sale after this game.
Yes.
Wink, wink, everybody. Bake sale. Wink.
You can honestly never have
Oh,
too many.
there's a raffle.
Ooh, I do love a raffle.
Everybody, there's raffle.
You've got to be
We're
in
going
it
to have
to
to
win
learn
it, people.
more to inform everybody about this raffle.
I actually don't know what the prizes are, but they're often very good up here.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. We'll have to chat
Who
to
doesn't
Nerd
love
after.
a raffle anyway?
We've got Jam coming up. Meeting a
Oh,
really
and
tight
Cups! Cups is out the front for lead.
tripod.
Ooh. Fatal getting a misdirection there. Given by Moody, and Cups making it beautiful.
We've
Yelling
got
from the sidelines there.
Cupcakes coming up for a second scoring pass. Trying to make sure it wasn't her that did any Any of that pushing over that happened in that fall just then. We've got Rory out for 4 points.
We've got the
Fatalicious out from the box.
swapped with the Eastvic pivot now. Cups will run this to clear the box, giving the sign from the bench there. Keep running and then pointing to the box is never a good sign, especially as lead,
it is,
because you do want to call it off.
But I guess it is for the blocker that's sitting in the bin. They don't want to be in there for the next jam.
Absolutely. You never want to start with your wall depleted by one, especially as Jack is a pivot.
Rory Spillmore half a lap behind and has been half a lap behind since this jam, but we have a 16 all?
Yep,
16 all point
a
jam.
Nice several lap
Very
jam
impressive.
there.
Very impressive to both teams. All right, lining up, we have Slamwich line for Glory. And for Eastvic, we have Ra. 5 seconds to Derby.
We've seen some pretty tricky skating from Ra. Yes! Oh! Lawrence the Machine just
Taking out Ra.
go. See if we might see an apex jump, perhaps.
Earning lead jammer.
No Love Ninja, Natto Ninetails, working with Janosaur there to...
Star Pass happened to...
Oh, no. Florence the Machine getting a penalty
cut
there.
track.
Natto Ninetail getting a back block there, heading to the bin. Ra scooting around Chuka there. Ooh!
Rev taking that hit at the top, but wasn't enough to hold Ra.
She'll likely keep this running so that she can release her pivot from the bench. Although as Florence the Machine as jammer, I don't know if I would be running this. She's a seriously tough woman. Very fast, very strong.
Florence out of the pack.
It's like being hit by a fridge that's been thrown at you.
Picking up 4 points for Westside Glory.
So Ra gaining 8 points, but a 4-point differential for Witches. But the box is clear and everybody's on the track. Oh. Okay, a little bit of a chat going on in the middle. The 4 points have been removed from Westside Glory's tally there. We'll find out what's happening in a moment.
I think that was because Florence the Machine, who was sitting as the jammer, had not finished the initial pass. So had not earned any points, or had not earned the initial pass when she was sent to the bin. When you return to the track from the bin, you return to the lap that you were on.
Same position you were, yeah.
Yeah, so if you were on your initial pass when you got the penalty, you return
still
to
on your
your initial pass. Yep. If you are sent to the bin in your first scoring pass, you return to that same scoring pass.
Ooh, Cups and Murder Face on the jammer line again.
Looks like everything's been cleared up and everybody's happy. There's nobody in the penalty box. Murderface, Cupcakes on the line.
Ooh, Murderface taking on No Love Ninja with Janosaur there. A beautiful duo, but...
Keeping those feet in bounds to earn lead jammer. Massacre Jones.
A beautiful hit.
sitting exactly 20 feet from the back of the pack to stay in the engagement zone. But some excellent offense to the outside there creates a beautiful lane for Cupcakes to take. 4 points for Westside Glory. Murderface hitting it and quitting it. 4 points to 0.
Westside leaving it that little bit longer there to call it off so that the Eastvic Jammer had, skated the hole up about to get points and then called it off, which as a jammer, I personally find that offensive.
It makes sense strategically.
It absolutely does. It
because
absolutely does. You want to tire
Westside-
out their jammer?
Westside are ahead by a couple, what's that, 70 points? They want to run down the clock while they're still ahead. So the longer they can make the clock run in game time,
Absolutely.
the less points either team is scoring.
As a jammer, it doesn't quite feel like a clock run down as it does feel like work your cardio. Is that better? Are you up?
Who's got some groove? Oh, we got some excellent dancing going on the track.
Eastvic getting their groove on. Come on, Westside. You can match that. Flow. Let's see some shaking. Come on, Rory. There we go. Come on, Evie.
It's a
I know
classic
you've got some
jammer
jazz
move.
in you.
Tickle Me Hell No jumping in as well. All right, and we're back. Motoki Slaughter starting in the penalty box for Westside Glory. Lawrence the Machine hitting out the Eastvic Jammer, recycling to the back, helping Rory Spillmore get lead.
Natto Ninetails headed to the box just then. For
Rory
a
Spillmore
directional. Oh,
sneaking
and
around the outside line.
a power jam for Westside with Eastvic's jammer into the bin. I didn't actually catch their penalty though.
Westside trying to hold a goat at the back of the pack, helping Rory Spillmore put straight through that 2-wall.
Oh, and Flo just moves the wall.
Natto Ninetails back
beautiful
from the
sweep.
box. Jammer, the Eastvic Jammer is back on track. Oh, the Eastvic Jammer picking up a blocking out of bounds penalty.
That is not a common
Unfortunate-
penalty for a jammer.
If the jammer's foot is outside of the line and they initiate, that is an out of bounds block.
You do usually feel that rope though, but it is.
Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you don't. If your foot's so far over,
There's so many things to be concentrating on all the time. You can't recognize everything.
that's it. And Rory Spillmore calling off the jam. We've got an
Oh.
Eastvic Jammer and an Eastvicer in the penalty box, which will mean a power start for Westside Glory and a pack advantage.
It'll be interesting to see the pack that the Witches throw out now. It will be their power pack, I assume. Oh, the oldies but goldies. Natto Ninetail, Push Up Ra, and No Love Ninja.
Slamwich
Three
coming
original
in,
Witches there.
forcing that no pack call, pushing them up, gaining lead Jammer. Massacre Jones on the outside, reinforcing that triangle.
Ooh, a little 1-2 from Push Up Ra and No Love Ninja there. Oh,
Slamwich being held at the front by that solid Eastvic tripod. Both teams sort of coming to a bit of a grind. Solid tripod work from both teams. Slamwich pushing forward.
Butcher heading back to the bin there after just being released.
Slamwich out with 4 points.
Oh, and having a nice little hit. Sometimes it's not the biggest hits that knock you. You just get a little thrown off balance and then your whole body goes down.
Oh, and looks like we've had a star pass to Natto Ninetails, the Eastvic. Oh,
Oh, no.
no, it was a incomplete star pass. So it has been given back to the original jammer, who is now out for her first scoring pass.
She's a fairly new player this year. Natto Ninetails heading to the bin there with push-up Ra.
Slamwich calling it off with 2 Eastvic blockers.
And I missed both of those penalties there. I'm not quite sure, so unfortunately I'm sorry we can't tell you what they got. And 100 points between Westside and Eastvic today.
Oh, all of a sudden, Westside hit 200 points.
They have hit it and quit it, very sneakily crept up those points. And I think it's just got a little bit away from the Witches there. They will not stop or relent on their defence at the moment, keeping that differential quite as small as they can be.
We've got an official timeout.
Although you can make
Quite
up
a lot in this
110
game.
minutes.
I mean, you can try. You try,
You need
yeah.
4 25
Can
point jams.
true.
I mean, it's only 4 25-point jams, people. You know, Cups has got the cardio.
We have some
Ra's got the
some
footwork.
refs joining in on this official timeout action. Everyone, look at their guns.
It's a bit uncharacteristically
Cupcakes on the
high
line,
penalties.
having a good boogie over there.
Oh, and our second loss of the day, first with Fatal and then Natto Ninetails. Very uncharacteristic as both players are not usually this penalty heavy. Excitement of the first game.
That's it. Everyone's very excited. All right, because we are back to Derby. Face on the line against Cupcakes.
And Murder and Flow.
Quick
just-
offense offline by Florence the Machine to earn Westside Jammer Murderface.
Ooh,
Lead jammer.
Cups taking on Flow. Not a good thing. And Murder just scooting up the inside there.
Cupcakes against a very solid Westside tripod. Murderface being recycled at the back there. Everyone's back from the penalty box now.
This is a very strong wall the Eastvic have got on the track at the moment. Jack Spite, No Love Ninja, Push Up Ra, held together by Janesaw. Very fierce.
We have
Westside in for the rescue at the moment. Bit of a cluster bang right at the moment there.
we have a scoring.
Ooh, Ra and Murderface hitting it out at the front there. No Love Ninja headed to the box. Missed that penalty.
Both jammers us now. This is not working.
It's very temperamental, your microphone. I can hear you going in and out. I think you almost have to stuck it in your mouth.
Ooh.
There
Well,
we go.
That's all right.
And a timeout called by the
The
bench
Witches of
Eastvic
Eastvic.
there.
Is that their
I think it is their last timeout, but I think they're just going to have a bit of a regroup, a bit of a calm down, have a bit of a penalty heavy in the last jam or so. So Nick Blocker will just be getting everyone to just have a regroup moment there.
No, that's a timeout. We got some excellent dance moves on the track by Westside Glory over there. We've got a inflatable man dance move. No. El Matador putting a stop to that by bringing them back to the game. We've got Rory Spilmore out for lead jammer. A quick lead there. And we have Eastvic taking apart the Glory tripod. But Florence the Machine is saying, no thank you. Rory Spilmore on a scoring pass now. Taking that inside line.
Some very fast footwork there. It was beautiful from Rory.
Both of these teams jammers have excellent footwork on those lines, inside and outside line.
They do. Both of them very agile.
Oh, a bit of a tumble there.
Very quick feet.
Everyone stayed in bounds. Everyone's up. Everyone's happy.
And a penalty has been called.
Assessed to an East.
Not sure what penalty that was for No Love Ninja there. Possibly I actually have no idea. And a multiplayer there to the west side blocker. A
direction penalty to
direction penalty
an Eastvic blocker.
Eastvic blocker with No Love Ninja ready to hit the track again.
So we're getting some excellent tripod work from Westside Glory. Lots of rotating and
direction given to the west side blocker.
Westside Glory, 20-point jam for Westside Glory.
It was a very penalty-heavy jam.
Absolutely.
Quite a few.
That's right.
Unusual tactics being used out there today.
Westside Glory calling a team timeout. With 6 minutes left of this game, we are Westside Glory on 257 points. We are Witches of Eastvic on 128 points. All right. Both teams are starting with one blocker apiece in the penalty box. So 3-on-3 blockers.
A little derby light for the end of the game. It's what we like.
Club Slamwich lining up for Glory. We have Cupcake Fairy. We have Club Slamwich earning lead jammer.
Jack Spite heading to the box there for
Club
I think
Slam.
a forearm.
Some excellent group offense by Westside Glory. Getting all up in Eastvic's business. Massacre Jones shutting that outside lane.
And the Westside Jammer just scoots on through there like nobody was watching them.
Some excellent offense there by the Westside blockers.
Ooh, Cup's finally getting out with some beautiful offense there from Evie.
Excellent toe stop work around the outside by Club Slamwich.
And we have an empty box, and it's clear all the way.
Slamwich taking that inside line.
Again, that's the third lap up the inside line.
She needs only a small space. Calling it off, holding Eastvic for 0 points.
And a
But
late penalty given to
Picking
the
up
Westside
Jammer.
Uh,
So if Eastvic can keep this next jam clean, they can have a 30-second power start.
yeah. They'd want to send out their power wall for that. I was expecting to see. Oh,
Florence the Machine just shutting down that jammer.
Massacre Jones heading to the box with the Derby light for Westside. It's the unique opportunity for Eastvic to gain some points back. Ooh, Cup's trying to
Getting some offense at the front there.
go the Florence the Machine side of that wall and has
Low block assessed to
tripped.
Florence.
She's up. She's all
But
right. It was a bit of a
Cupcakes-
hard fall, but she's okay. She may feel that later, but
Massacre
she's
Jones
up again.
taking it to the inside. Slamwich in for her scoring pass. Looks like we don't have lead jammer. So this will be a 2-minute jam.
Cupcakes is lead jammer. Oh. And in taking off the panty there, Cups has lost her lead, so this will go for 2 minutes. With 30 more seconds in that jam, she's definitely feeling a few of those hips that she got from Florence and then Massacre Jones just after that.
We have an Eastvic blocker going to the penalty box for 2 penalties.
Not quite sure what the first one was.
Slamwich taking that outside line. Pushing forward. Picking up another 4 points.
I think this will possibly be Janosaw's first double penalty that she's ever got. She's usually very good at getting off the track, but sometimes you get in the heat of it and you don't hear your number, or you don't hear the penalty, or you forget that that's your number. Oh, the getting off the track quick is
So we have an official review
often difficult
Called.
when you.
called a timeout. So when you are all out of timeouts, but you have an official review left, you can opt to use your final official review at team timeout. So it goes for the 1 minute that a regular timeout would go for. but you do lose your chance at calling an official review. With 2 minutes left to go, though, it seems a pretty tactic.
Yes.
All right. End of the team timeout. Murderface lining up West Side Glory. Strawberry Short Skate for Eastvic. Florence at the back there.
Florence blocking
Holding
the
that,
Eastvic jammer by herself there with
Murderface.
Murderface just scooting on through. It's been a very tough game for both teams.
Wilson at the top there holding Strawberry Short Skate. Excellent bridging by West Side Glory. Murderface scooting on through the inside line.
Oh,
Picking up a cut track on that inside line there, leaving Eastvic with a power jam and us with a 2 minute
a 2 minute
a 2 minute jam.
Eastvic will be wanting to do some quick O for their jammer to utilise that 30 seconds that they have.
Yeah.
Only really nothing else to do but offense.
With 1 minute left of the jam and even less of the period, this will be the last jam of the game.
Very different tactics are used during a power jam depending on your jammer. If your jammer can push any pack, I definitely recommend hanging back. If your jammer is more agile or new to the game, offense is definitely
All right, so we have had a star pass to Jack Spite.
Lawrence the Machine is shutting down that power jam.
Murderface out of the box and back on the track, causing destruction left, right, and center. Coming around for those 4 points. Westside Glory at 295 points.
And Jack Spite breaking out of that west side wall.
Westside picking up another 4 points to hit 299. Can they make that last point? Oh! The jam finishing. Westside Glory on 299. Witches of Eastvic on 143. Unofficially, until we hear that rolling whistle. Is this the last jam? Are we all happy?
Ooh.
That's all right. It was probably an accidental extra 4 points. Westside Glory, 295. There we have the official score. 295 to Westside Glory, 144 to Witches of Eastvic.
Which now being the end of the first bout, the banished skaters can return to their
They're
team.
not banished. All right. Thank you so much. This was Siebes a Day.
And Rebecca the Wrecker from Northside.
Rollers. All right. Everyone up and get your high five.
Actually, can I recommend we don't high five due to the coronavirus? We're going to do a happy elbow.
Or fist bumps. Hit anyone in the face.
Don't
That's all that
elbow
matters.
people in the face. Careful as you go, people. Careful as you go.